of the Fed fix the economy. The governor, who was represented by his deputy, Senator Koneyaye, at the event held at Ibom Icon Hotel and Golf Resort, also urged the finance team to tame the spiraling inflation, restore the strength of the naira, and stabilize the exchange rate. The report.
Omano, who described the theme of the retreat, achieving the 8 presidential priorities of Mr. President, the role of the ministry as instructive, said it was indicative of the preparedness of the Ministry of Finance to play its role in the actualization of the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. He said the retreat will afford the participants an opportunity to subject critical national policies, especially the budget, to critical review, assign responsibilities to persons, and earmark timeliness for the accomplishment of the task. Governor said as a responsible sub-national, Akwa Ibom State will continue to play its role in national development, noting that for the nation to great, all citizens, units, segments, sections, sectors, institutions, and governments must be alive to their responsibilities and consciously perform optimally.
Beyond the president, Nigerians look up to you to fix the economy. Your responsibility is enormous and critical.
The Minister of Finance, Chief Wale Edun, said the federal government in the meantime was doing everything to ease the pains Nigerians are going through. According to him, an interim recommendation is to be presented to the President to restart direct payment of intervention funds to the poorest and the most vulnerable.
The commitment was to make sure that we use technology to ensure that we have a seamless payment, a seamless movement between the registered and the direct beneficiary without any manual processes in between. So it's taken time to automate that process. Immediately it's done, that direct payment will resume.
The Chairman, Federal Civil Service Commission, Professor Tunji Olagbo, presented a lecture on public sector performance management, impact on productivity and efficiency.
But the question is, why is it that Nigeria will not move from our directed model of managerial tradition to move into performance management system? Nigeria is one country in the world that puts politics above everything. It empowers employees to perform at their best. This in turn leads to improve productivity, efficiency, and overall health.
Fortu Dokan, AKBC News.
Rodas K, a non-governmental organization, has rewarded dedicated pupils and teachers of government's primary school Ikorada Udo in Ikorabasi local government area. The event held at the school playgrounds had the village head, council chiefs, pupils, teachers, and stakeholders in the education sector. Miriam Ekboto reports that Rodas K also hosted a special Valentine's party for children in the Way to Nations orphanage in Eka.
The head of Roda's care team, Mrs. Rodaibok, said she was thrilled to have the opportunity to put smiles on the faces of people who have put in so much in shaping the generation. According to her, Roda's care is committed to making a positive impact in the lives of young individuals who will have not achieved much without the support of the teachers and all the stakeholders. She thanked God, the state government, and the school authority for the opportunity to serve them.
I feel fulfilled, especially with the children. Poverty is very horrible in Nigeria right now, especially the average dollar. And when I see them on the street, anything I can do, I want to give, and give. And I just hope that Nigeria will turn around and focus on the children so the children have a means of school and hiring their education.
Rhoda's Care celebrated the academic achievements and exemplary conduct of outstanding pupils in Government Primary School, Ikoradaudo in Ikorobasi, local government area, and represented with support to the educational journey. The pupils displayed various presentations to make the event. Rhoda's Care also extended her generosity to an orphanage in Ekad, the Way to the Nation orphanage, by hosting a special Valentine's party for the children. Mrs. Rhoda Ibok expressed deep appreciation to the school authority and the orphanage, emphasizing that it was high time the society recognized educators and youths to reach their full potentials. She also highlighted the significance of spreading love and compassion, especially to those in need, and promised to do more. The caregiver at the orphanage and the children's home thanked Rhoda's Care for bringing soccer to them.
I think this is the first time in the life of most generations that we are not people from outside organized something this elaborate for our kids. I do not take it for granted.
Miriam Ekbutu, AKBC News.
The 5th batch of skills acquisition training of the Akwa Ibom Female Youth Academy has been flagged off with the theme Nurturing Potentials of Women Through Skills for Future Success. The flag off was performed by the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Fiongofo, on behalf of the wife of the state governor. The governor's wife, who was represented by the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Fiongofo, commended the initiator of Female Youth Association, Lady Edna Udeme, for adding value to the female folk for years now, describing her as a compassionate woman. She charged the new batch of the trainees to grab the opportunity and develop themselves so that they could be sources of blessing to other people.
The head of the Female Youth Forum, Edna, thank you for putting this together. And I know that Her Excellency is a supporter of whoever is there to handhold girls to make them stand. So she's very delighted that we are doing this for the girls. And from different local government areas and across the state, outside the state. I heard you say Calabar chapter. And as a girl, the more value you add to your life, the more value you add to the person that you get married to. I will never forget it. And that has been one motivation that has pushed me in life. Your place will not only be in the kitchen, your place will be in the parlor, your place will be in the government house.
Speaking, the initiator of Female Youth Association, known as Purple Girls, Lady Edna Udeme, thanked the wife of the governor for honoring her invitation and disclosed that her association trains 200 female youths in a year and has done so for 5 years now.
This journey started in 2016. December 2015, I went to see Cadence. And I saw that guys were packing rice home. And I was told that the government gives Christmas to youth every December. And I asked my cousin, where are the girls? He said, what will the girl be doing here? She won't survive. And I promised myself that the next December, girls will be there at that venue. It shows that God is involved in this business.
The wife of the secretary to the state government, Dr. Inemesruwa, who was a keynote speaker, took the trainees through the theme of the event, while the coordinators of the association in the 3 senatorial districts as well as aides to the governor also spoke.
I'm going to use that computer. Go and look for somebody that is doing something on computer. Let them mentor you. When they mentor you, you know what you don't know. And maybe if you have a way of asking questions, you can ask questions if you have a physical mentor.
What our sister is doing here is a vision. Once you have a vision and you follow it, God will stand by you.
What's the need for it? But today, I'm so proud.
I'm going to Calabar chapter. So I'm coming to this group to do this training as a member of the Calabar chapter. We solicit for the support of the government. They've been doing more and more, and we know that they will do more.
Parents of the benefiting girls thanked Lady Edna and prayed God to bless her. The girls will be trained on videography, photography, fashion design, hairdressing, wiggling, catering, guillotine, ICT, and music. Eya Genok Paul, KBC News. You're still watching KBC 45 News at 8. We'll take a short break. When we return, agriculture expert advises against bush burning as method of clearing farmlands. Please stay with us.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
Happy Apple with good laws,
proper funding,
training,
and cooperation.
If it happens.
If it happens.
If it happens.
We are glad to have you back, and now to our remaining stories. Bush burning, which is commonly carried out in various Nigerian communities during the dry season, is said to come with a lot of hazards. Dr. Emmanuel Bassi of the Faculty of Agriculture, University of Uyo, told a reporter that those who carry out the act do so as a way of clearing their farmlands. Maggie Bam has the story.
Dr. Bassi noted that bush burning is commonly practiced during the dry season when the grasses in farmlands are dried. He said bush burning carried out for agricultural purposes goes with clearing of land, controlling pests, and in some cases, enhancing soil fertility. Another advantage of such practice, the agriculturist said, enhances hunting, as some hunters use fire to drive out animals from their hiding places. Dr. Bassi explained that despite its few advantages, bush burning has many negative effects on the environment, human health, and economy. The expert highlighted some of the disadvantages of bush burning to include air pollution, soil degradation, loss of biodiversity, greenhouse gas emission, damage to infrastructure and livelihood, as well as increased vulnerability to climate change.
Burning has certain advantages and disadvantages. The advantages are that it will reduce the bulk of the trashes. That is the material that they cut, the tree cuttings, the stems. It will reduce that to ashes, thereby making the land available for them to cultivate. Certain vital organisms, like the earthworm, insects, are born during this period. Not all insects are harmful. We have beneficial insects that help in pollination. There are others that help feeding on dangerous insects. So during this bush burning, they are equally destroyed. So bush burning has certain bad effects, not only to the farmer, but to the ecosystem.
He advised farmers to protect the soil from losing its organic matters that are vital to fertility. Dr. Bassey, however, emphasized the need to completely reduce bush burning in the state, since the disadvantages outweigh the advantages. He suggested that farmers rather indulge in bush burning when bushes have been followed for over a decade or more to help reduce the bulk of the trashes. Dr. Bassey called on government through the Ministry of Agriculture to safeguard the ecosystem from being polluted as a result of bush burning by sensitizing the public to completely avoid farmlands. By sensitizing the public to completely avoid burning farmlands during dry seasons. He suggested that government provide agricultural machineries to farmers to help them in bush clearing, massive planting, and harvesting.
Government can acquire land from communities as a project. Tell the communities, each community should have a land set aside for agriculture. Communities can join themselves together and have massive land where the land is stumped and turned into arable land. They will not allow the trees to grow to the point of having to be clearing after 3 or after 5 or 10 years. Rather, machines would go in there, plow, and store under the trashes, which are not really tree or stems. So they would easily decompose within a few weeks. Then the land is harrowed and then wished for the farmer.
Government should also implement the Land Use Act of 1978 by mapping out areas in different local governments for farming purposes, as it will boost agricultural produce and reduce hunger in the state. Dr. Bassey appealed to government to enforce zero bush burning. The head of department added that the enforcement and implementation of these bush burning laws and policies are often weak and ineffective due to various challenges such as lack of awareness, resources, coordination, and political will. Most farmers within Ntariang confirmed they burn their debris after clearing their farmlands.
Anam nem boro fon so gesinam no mi ngugu mo kam mo woron trop men kangero ya nem fofo aru darke mesidi mo manan san manio ni ya.
Maggie Bam, AKBC News.
The funeral of the late Dan Akpan Essien of Ntoide, Etemekbo, was held last weekend. The late Dan Akpan Essien, father of AKBC star Vedor Dan, died at the age of 77. The funeral, according to yours truly, was conducted by the Jehovah's Witnesses sect and friends, relatives, groups, including AKBC family, led by the acting director general, Mrs. Magdalene Udokang, were in attendance. In a funeral discourse, Brother John Thompson, who titled his message, "Death is Everyone's Business," said all human beings will die. Hence, there should be no room for hatred, bitterness, grief, wickedness, or other sinful practices among individuals while alive. Brother Thompson said the deceased loved a life worthy of emulation within and outside the church, enjoining the children to emulate his legacies and live upright.
To remember the life of our dear brother, late brother, Amen and rest assured that we all sympathize with you. But you know what? We know that you are broken at heart, but you are not helpless.
He charged the congregation to trust Jehovah, depend on his word, do good to all men, and prepare for the vision he called death at any time.
Scientists are even confused because they have taken time to examine the way Jehovah God created human body. Human body is made up of cells. I want to tell you that Jehovah God created 80 trillion cells in humans.
The daughter of the deceased, Enobong Dan, a staff of Programs Directorate of the Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation, AKBC, his siblings, and a friend of the family, Chairman, Board of Governors Tower of Ivory Schools, retired DIG Udomek Budom, spoke about late Imedan Akpan.
My father was a father, as the name implies. All of us were happy when he was alive. He tried his best to train us as a father that he was. At least he saw most of us through school. He was always there for us. He was somebody that you could call on a time when you will need him, and he will answer you. My father was very accommodating.
He took care of us as his children. Most especially, he helped us to draw closer to Jehovah, the creator of the universe. My father was kind, he was generous.
I was able to become a community. Put on control of what I just said, no doubt. Was a
very good man. It's not easy for somebody to raise responsible children. Great children who become courtiers, some Arabs, they can see that every child in this family.
The remains of Brother Imeakban were later interred in his family compound at Ntoidet village, a Temekbo local government area. Eyageno Paul, KBC News. May the soul of Enobong's father find rest. The unorthodox steps being taken by the federal government to rein in the free fall of Naira may push the economy deeper into crisis as concerns arise about the effectiveness of government intervention to stem the raging Naira crisis. This comes as Naira clipped in around 1,800 Naira per dollar at the parallel market yesterday, while 2,250 Naira is needed to get a pound sterling. The Central Bank of Nigeria is said to have closed the ways and means windows against the government until the outstanding sum is cleared. That's all we can take tonight, but before we get another look at the top stories. Akwa Ibom State government has witnessed the landing of a submarine fiber optic cable interconnecting the South-South region and other parts of Africa through the Atlantic Ocean. The cable is intended to promote robust connectivity, technological advancement to empower businesses, educational institutions, healthcare facilities, and other sectors of economy. The Minister of Agriculture He has been directed to set up an agricultural and food security committee to reduce the effects of the present harsh economy on the people. The directive was given by Governor Moino while addressing guests at the official flag off of the state's First Lady's project, the Golden Initiative for All Jifa, which coincided with his 57th birthday celebration. The 5th batch of skills acquisition training of the Akwa Ibom Female Youth Academy has been flagged off with the theme Nurturing Potentials of Women Through Skills for Future Success. The flag off was performed by the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Fiongofo, on behalf of the wife of the state governor. That's a package. We thank you so very much for your time. Good night.